Hey guys, it's time for my Ring of Honor review. This is episode number 6 I'm going to be reviewing. The episode that aired on October the 29th, 2011. It starts off with what happened on the previous episode, Jay Lethal and Mike Bennett for the Ring of Honor television title. So after, the intro and what's going to happen, blah, 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 we get comments from Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, who are going to be in the opening match, and each guy gives their thought about the other. What else are you expecting me to say? It's wrestling. So we go to this match, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. Truth Martini goes out and is on commentary for the first couple of minutes of the match with Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness. This is a very good match. This was a very good match. A lot of mat wrestling, and then, a little bit of brawling, and then a little bit more wrestling. This was just a lot of fun to watch. Kyle O'Reilly is really starting. I know this episode aired in October, but he's just starting to become a big name, I think, in wrestling in general. From this episode and some of the recent Ring of Honor events, going to PWG, he's just been really, really good in the last year or so. And this match with Roderick Strong was just very, very good. There were points that I really thought that Kyle O'Reilly would win this match. There really were. That's how good this match was, but Roderick Strong, in the end, beats Kyle O'Reilly with a running kick. After the match, Truth Martini gets on the mic, tells Kyle O'Reilly to take a message to Davey Richards saying that anybody from Team Richards are losers, which gets O'Reilly mad. Roderick Strong comes out, and Roderick Strong, tries to save Truth Martini. Here comes Michael Elgin. It becomes a 2-on-1 beatdown on O'Reilly. Then another member of Team Richards, Tony Kozina, comes out, and Strong and Elgin go after Tony Kozina. Then Davey Richards, the Ring of Honor champion, comes out with one boot on and one off. They had to mention that for some reason. And he tries to get a little bit of an advantage, but again, Strong and Elgin, stop him. And then Eddie Edwards comes out, and, they clear the ring, and Truth Martini is left alone in the ring. The Wolves are at it. They hit the alarm clock as Elgin is being restrained by some of the members of the Ring of Honor security, and Truth Martini's on the floor. So we come back. Jim Cornette is out to see what the damage was, and basically, because of everything that happened, he is fining Truth Martini, Roderick Strong, and Michael Elgin each $2,500. Then there were some fans in the front row who are chanting, "We want Steen, we want Steen, we want Steen, we want Steen." And Cornette just goes on to say, hey, he's a great wrestler, but you don't know what type of a nightmare it is to deal with that, with him. He's absolutely insane, he's crazy, he's not coming to Ring of Honor, and if he don't like it, he can sue me. Pretty good statement, if you don't like it, sue me. So then we go into Inside ROH, where we get a brief interview with Jay Lethal and Eddie Edwards, as they are the only two candidates now that Ring of Honor are considering as to who will challenge Davey Richards for the Ring of Honor World title at Final Battle. Then Kevin Kelly talks about the Proving Ground. Now this is something, and I gotta admit, I like the idea of the Proving Ground. I really do. For those of you who don't know what it is, the Proving Ground is a non-title match, in this case, with a tag team and the Ring of Honor tag team champions. If the team that is in the Proving Ground can either beat the champs or go to the 15-minute time limit draw, then that team earns a shot at the Ring of Honor tag team titles, and the champions must face them within the next 90 days. So we get a comment from the tag champs, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, and the new tag team of Cedric Alexander and Caprice Coleman, saying this is their big opportunity. They're going to take advantage of it. So we come back. Steve Corino has joined Nigel and Kevin over at the commentary booth, and he basically is trying to apologize for what he's done over the last year and, what he's done his entire career. And he really gets worked up during this match. And it's real interesting to see, how worked up he gets. And he really does get worked up a lot. The next match is Alex Silva. Yes, that same Alex Silva that was in the first gut check from TNA against the dominant male Tommaso Ciampa. And at first, Ciampa was going for the running knee to Silva, but Silva got out of the way. He got a couple offensive moves in, but Ciampa was just, dominant. What else can I say? Eventually, Ciampa does hit the running knees to the skull, and then the backbreaker powerbomb, I guess we could call it, or the double knee powerbomb, however you want to call it. Tommaso Ciampa gets the win. Now we go to the main event. The Briscoe brothers against the All Night Express. The winners of this match get the title shot against the tag champs at Final Battle. And I have to say, this match was a little bit better than the one that they had a couple of episodes ago the first time around. I really enjoyed this match more than I did the first one. It started out with them brawling, and then King and Titus got a little bit of an advantage, and then the Briscoes got an advantage. And, it just really worked as a good tag match. These four guys, when they compete against each other, it just clicks. It just, like that. And like I said, this was a good match. This was a better match than they had the first time around. Now, the end of the match was very good, because King and Titus, they're going for their finishing move. Mark holds the ankle of Titus. King gets thrown out to the ring. Titus jumps off, hits Jay Briscoe. He goes to the floor. Mark and Rhett have a fight in the ring. And then it looks like Rhett Titus is about to hit a power bomb when Jay climbs the top rope, helps Mark go backwards into the Frankensteiner, rolls up Titus. Jay comes on top to help Mark. 1, 2, 3. The Briscoes win. They are now the #1 contenders to the tag team titles, facing, eventually it will be, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin at Final Battle. This was a very good episode. The first match really just did it for me. Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, that was an unbelievable match. Certainly one of the best matches that they have had up to this point in time that I'm reviewing these shows. And like I said, Kyle O'Reilly, he's got stock. He's going to be something really good, in my opinion. The tag match was a good main event. It was a perfect length for what it was, what it needed to be, for the situation that it was. And Tommaso Ciampa continuing to be this dominant, wrestler that he is. All in all, it's a very good episode. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Now, in the next episode of Ring of Honor Wrestling, we will get to see Haas and Benjamin face Alexander and Coleman, and we'll find out who is the #1 contender to Davey Richards in the Ring of Honor World title for Final Battle 2011.